They're short of the first down. Let's see. Gonna measure.
Nice job. You know Hostetler can't see this rush coming from the backside. He can't see Golick, but he can feel him. And he just does get this away. How much more of this can Hostetler and these bruised ribs take? I don't know.
It is a first down for the Giants. So he just got it away, and Meggett got the first down on the 35 of New York. Hostetler is going deep. He's got Joey Smith downfield, but Booty covering all the way. And right now for an update on the Packers and the Bears, here's Greg Gumbel in New York. Greg?
All right, Dick, the Packers picked off a pass by Jim Harbaugh. Brett Favre converts with a 5-yard touchdown run. Peter Tom Willis now in at quarterback for Chicago, who trailed Green Bay 17-3 in the fourth. Dick?
Randy, you sense that the Packers are coming on?
Well, the Packers are playing well. Mike Holmgren's doing a good job with the offense. And something that gets overlooked a lot of times when you have those supposed like kind of dink and dunk high-tech offenses is the job that your defensive coaches do. And Ray Rhodes has done a fine job there with some questionable in spots personnel.
Also a former 49er assistant. 2nd and 10 on the 35. Tommy Jeter in on the defensive line for the Eagles. Hostetler's pass bounces in front of Baker, and Haas took another hit.
Took a hit. He got enveloped. He's going to get up because he's tough, but you watch why he has every right to stay on the ground as you hear the flying Walindas? Well, there's the flying white. Just over the top, over the head. That's when you have one bad rib and suddenly it feels like you have about 12 bad ribs.
3.5 sacks for Reggie White. Waiting in the wings is Kent Graham, the rookie from Ohio State.
And he's got to watch the assault this defense is putting on Jeff Hostetler and sort of in the back of his mind say, well, Jeff, stay out there as long as you can.
I don't want to make my reappearance so fast. 3rd and 10 from the 35, and the pass dumped off to Meggett, overthrown. That'll bring up 4th down. Flores and Meggett talking to each other.
You know, Dick, you got a guy like Reggie White, 3.5 sacks. He's coming after your quarterback. What do? You get desperate. And for a lineman, getting desperate is throwing a cut block. Because I tell you what, I know it was a little flip and it was a little screen, but if Riesenberg misses White right there, Reggie White would plant Jeff Hostetler somewhere in that blue wall on the far side.
LANDETA will kick, and SIKAHEMA is back deep. Hostetler is 2 for 8 passing-wise here in the second half. And the Giant offense seems to be out of sync. A beauty by LANDETA. SIKAHEMA returning from inside the 15-yard line, and he's going to get a good return. The only man to beat was the kicker, LANDETA, and SIKAHEMA will go all the way for a touchdown with no penalty markers down. And a little work on the heavy bag by SIKAHEMA. An 87-yard punt return, and LANDETA is shaken up at midfield. And the roof is caved in on the Giants here in the second half.
And there was a lot of frustration for this old Eagle team and what SIKAHEMA did at the end there to that goalpost, and what this Eagle defense is doing to the Giants right now on the offensive side. Good blocks. Watch Sean LANDETA coming in here. Got a little high-speed wobble on his leg. You got to worry about a joint when that happens. But SIKAHEMA just brings it just fast enough to get in there without any problems. Now watch what he does to the goalpost. You don't think there's not a little frustration there? Yes, 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 yes. He drops that left. You notice though when he brings that right in there,
yeah,
that overhand right would have got him, I think.
Eddie Futch will straighten him out. SIKAHEMA with an 87-yard punt return for a score. Earlier returned to kickoff 41 yards. Meggett with a 92-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. A wild game, but all the wildness lately has been done by the men in white. And another Bad chapter for the Giants as Sean LANDETA will be taken off on the cart.
And remember, the Giants came in with their regular kicker, Barr, hurting, so they signed Willis. And now their punter goes down and is being taken off from the cart. Watch him as he goes down. Right side of the screen. This is AstroTurf. See that? See, that's his right leg. That right leg seemed to catch up right before. Ouch.
So on a day when the Giants activate 2 place kickers, their punter goes down. And he had been punting exceptionally in recent weeks. For SIKAHEMA, that is his 4th punt return for a touchdown in his career and the first since 1987 with the Cardinals. And not only did SIKAHEMA have good reason to celebrate, it is the longest punt return in Philadelphia Eagles history.
As you mentioned, Dick, Sean LANDETA was having a great last couple of weeks punting the ball. One of the best kickers in the last 10 years, I think, in the NFL. A guy that can boom it. You see, it's his left knee that he's having the problems with.
Roger Ruzek aboard with 7:59 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And the kick is blocked. So Ruzek has 2 extra points blocked today. The first one really hurt the Eagles. This one not as much, as Philadelphia will have to be content with a 20-point lead.
Against that Dallas defense, they think Philadelphia's going to attack them. Wait till they see Charles Haley.
First down for the Giants on the 30-yard line. Jeff Hostetler's pass to McCaffrey, and he makes a fine catch reaching in. And Hostetler is hit, maybe hurt this time. He has taken a beating. And remember, he came in with tender ribs. And he's not moving. So Kent Graham on the sideline is going to start to throw. There he is, number 10.
Watch the inside stunt come free. Golick comes underneath the stunt outside by Reggie White. Under the chin and to the ground. That does not look like a bad hit, ladies and gentlemen, but there's a thing in sports known as cumulative trauma, and that's not getting hit once. That's like in a fight where a guy gets hit 20 times normally, and suddenly the 21st punch isn't a spectacular punch, but the rest of them take their toll.
He was taken off the cart in Denver in the 4th quarter.
Right in the chin, right under the chin with the helmet. My guess would be that has nothing to do with his ribs and a lot to do with his head.
So Kent Graham, number 8 draft pick out of Ohio State, working on the sidelines as Hostetler slowly moving.
Your first inclination in a situation like this with a rookie coming in is to say, you know, heck, this limits the offense and what they can do. But I think this Philadelphia defense has limited this offense so much, the impact of a rookie quarterback, I think, is negligible.
We were talking to Phil Simms in the runway before we came upstairs about the possibility that Graham might be in the game, and he had a great exchange with him this week, didn't he?
Well, the first thing he said, Graham told him on Sunday on the way home from Denver, he says, "Now, is that Philadelphia defense as good as they say? I mean, do they really come as hard as everybody says they come?" Well, Mr. Graham, meet Mr. White, Mr. Golick, Mr. Simmons, and the gang.
Hostetler has completed 11 of 28 passes for 154 yards. 1 touchdown pass. That was to Dave Meggett, and he also threw an interception, and that one really hurt. That was the pass return by Seth Joyner for a touchdown. It was his first NFL interception return for a touchdown. He had 3 returned by fumble for scores earlier in his career. And that seemed to change the tide of the game. The Giants were up 20-6. Joyner returned at 43 yards for a touchdown, and as a result, the Eagles, with 34 unanswered points, have taken a 20-point lead.
I think you really have to respect the toughness of Jeff Hostetler in this situation. As much as he's been battered, as much as he's been hit, it's amazing he's lasted this long. He has not. You talked about him being hit 7 times, sacked 5 times on that last graphic we showed. I mean, scrambled 15 times, and he's still in there. It's amazing.
You know, you